Hello everybody, my name is Liam Coppage and we're going to be working with Ableton Live 12 Suite. We're going to be doing a series where I'm going to make my songs on camera and show you guys what I do. I'm going to start off with this is going to be an album series where I'll make like 4 songs, but they're going to be older songs, or not older songs, but like nostalgic songs. And I'm going to make them cinematic and beautiful like orchestral. So let's get into it. I've already started on this one. I already made one other song. It's called Say Something, and I'll show it at the beginning of this video while I do my intro or something. But this one is going to be The Night We Met by Lord Huron. And it's kind of a weird one, so that's why I kind of started it beforehand. It's in A major, it's 58 BPM, and it's in 7/4. So kind of interesting there. That's why I had to get this a little beforehand yesterday. I kind of worked on it. But this is the little intro. You know, the little lady singing. I made this a choir, so. Peek that twice. There's a guitar that slowly fades in through this whole part. I feel like piano is more cinematic, so I might stick with piano. I'm just gonna do it the regular Ableton stock grand piano. And I'll just keep it all like this. I'll just throw some reverb on it, and then yeah, I'll just keep it all like that. Now I don't know how the arpeggiation goes. I'll have to figure this out. I'll come back whenever I have the arpeggiation. Okay, so I've got the kind of whole song laid out. I did a little bit of extra work, and because it is kind of a confusing song, just how it is, how it plays. But I went ahead and kind of laid out the full arpeggiated of just every verse. It's very repetitive, but just wanted to get all laid out. This is what it kind of sounds like with the intro. Kind of fades in, so if I automate the volume to go like that basically, and I want to go, actually I want to envelopes, let's do MIDI control, sustain, let's put it on 80. Okay, so now I do want a bass line to kind of, so let me actually go, let's do it here. F sharp, E, A, E, F sharp, D. Okay, so we got kind of the whole thing laid out, bass line included. I want to experiment with putting the reverb directly on the choir. Sounds better. I also think I want to change. There we go. That note was just wrong. Now it should sound better. Okay, where do I want to go from here? So we got this all laid out. Maybe I should do it a little quieter for the first verse. Maybe not so heavy. If I select, drag, and the same thing here. Select all of them. Right, 70s. What I put it. That's a lot better. Maybe I'll put them at 80 actually. I'm a little louder. Okay, so we got that basically set. What else do I want to add? So during the chorus, I want a sub bass. I want this to be a I'm gonna duplicate this, do this one, bring it down the octave. So we got our sub bass there. And I'll just copy these over here. What other textures would be nice? I feel like some pads maybe. Grab Serum, throw it on this track. Oh, that sounds really nice. Let's use this one. And maybe just during like this first area. If I just have it extending all the way. Like just a drone. What if I do? I think one with lots of noise like that. Throw an EQ on this and put like over here or something. Little chords here. I'll turn it down just a little bit more, maybe. Get rid of these. Let's fold these for now. What else do I want to add? Are there any sounds in A major? I do have harp stuff. Ooh, that might actually sound really cool. Let me just throw this over here real quick. Yeah, this song, so that doesn't really work because it's barely off. And the sample just doesn't really work. I'm trying to think of what I want to add more of because I can't really think. Oh, I haven't added any. Well, haven't added any strings. I'm trying to think if I want to use Contact or Serum. Yeah, let's use Contact. Let's go over to session strings. Let's do legato. So we'll go. Let me turn this down. I could do long strings to the whole thing. I feel like I want a little more movement. Well, maybe for this first section, I'll just do this actually. Maybe like that. Let me make some chords out of these. Select all of them. I'm gonna turn these down. Let me throw an EQ because I want to kind of do the same thing, kind of scoop. Let's do it here. This is the different sections, so it's actually all of this. And then this goes like that. So delete this, take this over here. Now we'll build the chords. Okay, so these three notes I'm going to turn down. I'm going to do a different, and we're going to do spiccato. Yeah, we'll do that. Then I have an arpeggiation here, and then what did I do? That was so weird. I don't know. It broke. Contact broke. What's happening? Load this again. We're gonna do accented spiccato. Okay, so and then I'm gonna turn this down, kind of similar to the other one. So we got some strings. I also want some just chords, maybe. If we can pull this one over and delete these and move both of these, and then select all these. There we go. I'm going to go to automation, turn this EQ off. Is there a plucked pizzicato? Kind of want to try that. If I duplicate this track and then go to this contact, go pizzicato, pizzicato. I like that a lot. So now let me copy all of this to the other chorus. I don't want this to be just bare. Let me pull up the lyrics so I can see kind of sing along. So, take me back to the night we met. I want it to be like a lot softer. Put all this down. 75 maybe. Get rid of this. What if I try to like space this out? Actually here, envelopes, turn off the sustain. And that works. Oh, because I never put the sustain on the bass. That's weird. I thought I did. I do want to have the sustain on the bass though. Now that I hear it, I don't like the sustain on the bass. I'm just going to get rid of it. So that's pretty good. Next thing that I need to do is the effects. Oh, also the voices. Do the voices come back at the end? I don't think they do actually. I think it's time for effects. I want maybe some drums. I'm looking at Splice right now. I will drag this. But if I go EQ on this and cut out the, for a lot of people, like, it sounds like I'm ruining the song. Oh, right, because it's, okay, so it's 7/4, so none of these are really gonna line up perfectly. I'm gonna have to kind of finagle my way through this. I'm gonna try this one. That one might work. I could probably make it work. Let me do that one. Automation, EQ8 for frequency. I'm gonna copy this over to the other chorus. We've got kind of the drums now. Get some effects in here. Let me go through the rest of these and find this, turn them all off, and add some reverb to all of them. Now let's try to line all these up. I'm gonna take all of this, line it over here. I'm gonna EQ all of these. So now we can turn each one on and fade it in. So I'm gonna go ahead and put things in groups now. We'll G rename to effects. I'll put the drums in their own little box, and I'll put everything else in instruments count. Now insert audio track. Now we got the vocals to do. Okay, so I got the lyrics. I'm going to turn on the metronome. Okay, go and record. I am not the only traveler. Be back to the night we met. Ride along with you. Okay, so that's kind of the basics. I think I'm going to get rid of this drum track. I don't really like it. I'll just mute it for now. And then let me go throw on my vocal chain. Get rid of this. I haven't updated it because I always do this. Let me duplicate this and then get rid of this. Okay, let me record here and record the chorus now. I had all of them most of you summer now, none of you take me back to the night we met. These are just rough vocals, I just want to get them in place. You can also up the volume in here, that'll probably help. Okay, rough vocals, but I'm just getting them in place. When the night was full of terrors, oh, take me back to the night we met. I had all the most of you summer now, none of you. Take me back to the night we met. That's pretty much a full rough draft. Perfect. Not perfect. I'm gonna do a lot of refining. Obviously, I wanted this video just to be basic structure of how I do things, making the song, very rough vocals. I'm gonna redo all of them, make a lot better, be more exact and intimate with it. That's basically it. So thank you guys. Thanks for watching. If you stayed all the way through, I really appreciate it. And I've been recording for 2 hours and 18 minutes. So that's basically what I do in that amount of time. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe. It really helps me out and get to know more people. And I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.